funny because like my body loves the flavor, but when I live off of it all the time, I get bloated, I get achy, I get
Mm.
like skin issues, like it just all blows up. And so, like whenever we work with clients, like I'm often looking at like what's the underlying cause. And even though I know that it took me a decade and a half to divorce myself of some of these foods that cause me inflammation, I know that eventually when I work with people, we'll eventually have to talk about it. It just might be a while before we can talk about it because we have to develop trust and, build up a rapport enough so that we can actually get to that deeper stuff.
It's
So
so much easier to get somebody to buy into drinking even a nasty tasting tea than it is to ask them to change their diet or food intake. Oh my gosh, like that's a skill
well,
that I don't have, I feel like, to convince people like, let's try not having as much gluten or something.
so I would like to ask like on your guys' like journey, like how long did it take you to apply some of these food nutritional recommendations that you've heard in your lessons?
I'm gonna skip. Skip.
Because it's changing your diet is like changing your identity,
Yeah.
right? You know?
Yeah, a good point that we could liken it to quitting drinking, because it's
Mhm.
a lifestyle and it very much changes just the same as like I have clients who have quit drinking and it changes their friend group because it changes their lifestyle because they don't want to hang out in bars anymore. It's no longer fun or comfortable. Um, it's like that in some ways if you quit gluten. I think gluten is the biggest one for most folks, right? So, like, my ancestry is like 98% Eastern European Jew, like literally 98%. And I found out that the majority of Eastern European Jews are lactose intolerant. And I have found it to be true over and over again, like my family and so many people I know. And I think, like, one, you have to decide how uncomfortable are you willing to be? Like, what are you willing to sacrifice? But also, if we can look at it maybe not as a sacrifice, but as something we're doing for ourselves. And so my big thing has been like just like if I were to pull the invasives out of my garden, the invasive plants, I'm not just going to leave it sit. I'm going to plant something else there to take its place. And so, what can we add into our diet that is going to make it feel like it's not a sacrifice? Like, where can I find joy? That's my biggest thing on my path right now for myself and my clients. Where can I find joy? And like,